David Banner.
So, Lee, let me ask you a question, bro. Like, as it pertains to like all the things that you've seen in your life, bro, all the adversity. What are some of the things that you stick to? Because one of the things I don't think people know looking at you, because they see the bravado, they see, how well kept you are as a person. But like, you've been through a lot in your life. What are some of the principles? Because one thing, what he is musically, you are from a moral perspective. Like, bro, you have morals like our pops and our grandparents do, like what you believe about being loyal, what you believe about sticking to the code, people your age usually don't have. What was the North Star that made you, or what was the thing or the situations that made you that way?
I mean, just for like my pops and my brother, you just really like when you growing up and seeing that. Like when I come from, like looking at them because they were so much. My brother and them so much older. My oldest brother's 17 years older than me.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So running, I never really looked at my like left or right. I was always running behind them. The closest one at age 9 years older than me. So I was always that big gap, and I just wanted to be like them. And so I would look to them and hear the stuff that they said and what they listened to and watching. With my dad, like he just always just was like, you do it like X, Y, and Z, and like he didn't accept it no other way. Like I never had one of them parents that would try to be like, my pops like always gave me the game from day one. You know what I'm saying? Like he never like hid anything from me. Like he told me like, this how you got to do. Like so he was schooling me. Like he, like you know what I'm saying. He kind of bred me up.
Yeah,
to be
Uncle
what
Swack
I am.
had me in the clubs at 4 years old. I don't know if I can't say this now. Where we from, it was a dry county. So my uncle was one of the main bootleg liquor distributors. So he used to tell the folks, like, if you don't let my nephew in, y'all ain't drinking tonight. Right. So like I seen things and experienced things that most kids at 4 didn't experience. But what happened was I started smoking weed at 8. Like I was having, I started having sex at like, well, I ain't gonna tell people that.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't,
Well,
need, don't say that. Don't say
well,
that.
you just said you were in a club at 4. You started smoking weed at 8. I mean, what are you hiding at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I mean, shit.
So
Did
in
you hang out-
kindergarten, during nap time was real.
no, while everybody else is out in like on the playground. Seriously, no bullshit.
yeah.
But what happened is that when I got grown and my people that were around me were getting pussy whooped and they going from weed to crack and shit like that, I stopped smoking weed in college. Like I had been smoking weed so much. I'm talking literally from 8. Like I started weaning myself off weed at 10th grade. You know what I'm saying? So like I ain't never been. I love my fair share of sex, but like it ain't never moved me one way or another. You feel me? So like those are some of the things I think God has always been preparing me for something greater. I always wondered why I was SGA president at Southern and never wanted to be in the politics. God made me a star in a microcosm. I was the number one black. We was the largest historically black college during the time I was in college. And I was the SGA president. So I became a star in a microcosm and sort of learned the ins and out of that before I really became David Banner. Regina, I know some things about you that most people don't know. The woman that you are, like right now, I marvel at that, man. And I tell people who ask me about the show, I was like, Regina is really like that for real. She's really a solid, good person. Like, from your environment and the things that you experienced at a young age, what kept you on your path, or what was your North Star, especially spiritually?
I would love to say my mom, but it was really my next door neighbor. My mother wasn't very spiritual, and a lot of people are surprised that she definitely wasn't. And I am glad because I remember when we were, I think I may have been almost a teenager, where Jim Jones, right? So they actually came to our house.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid. They brought the Kool-Aid to y'all
they
house.
came to our house to invite us to their church. But my mother was not with that, so she was like, hell.
So that may be what saved y'all life. God works in mysterious
absolutely.
ways, right?
Absolutely. So like I'm so grateful for that because maybe I think within the next year we saw it all unfold. So that, but my next door neighbor, she was an older lady, and me and her granddaughter were really good friends. So I actually started going to church with them very young, and that kind of set the foundation for me. And my mom was really the way I am now, except for she had a bad mouth like you. So, you
So
know,
she talked about titties and fucking and shit like that.
no, she swore a lot.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the words, not like
yeah.
talking about titties and fucking specifically.
Well, that's exactly what you said, so that's exactly how I
Oh, I'm
received it.
sorry.
So, yes, absolutely.
What's wrong with you?
She called us all kind of names. But she
Don't
was a
you act
solid
like
woman.
that. I know you. Don't you start acting and become this actor. Oh, boy.
Hey, man.
Boy.
I think that's why.
Boy, look at me. That's
You're doing a
is that
good
what you
job.
want to do?
I don't know what you're
He's
talking about.
practicing. He has a role coming
I
up.
can remind you.
Hey,
has a
man.
role coming
Hey, look,
up.
man. What you want to do, man? You
Hey, why you turning red? What's red?
I want that machine. Lee.
Corey,
What's up?
bro, you've seen as much as I've seen, bro. I don't know, like, cause I went through my stage, and bro, you sort of stayed on your path. Like during this whole time, I was telling my friend about how much of a great guy you are, actually the opposite of a dirtbag. And I was showing him like where even when you was doing the Pac verse, you wouldn't say pussy. Like I said pussy.
Right.
And what do you think kept you? What was your North Star to keep you on your path?
It's a lot of things. I mean, the main thing, my parents, and I have to give them a lot of credit because they always gave me something to shoot for. Like they
Hold
all
on, stop. Timing over. His parents gave him something to shoot for.
Why? I know Tommy like, why?
Tommy, whatever you shoot for, you definitely hit, don't you?
Come on. You're going to mess up the visual, okay? Stop messing up the visual right now, babe.
Tommy, how many?
Can Corey finish his story, please?
He ain't never used rubbers in his life. Go ahead.
Nah, so like, yeah, they always gave me something to shoot for. They were always encouraging me to, just explore just different things in life. So if I wanted to start out and learn how to play or take karate, even when I wanted to quit, they pushed me through to not quit. Or when I started playing basketball or soccer, and just always had that mentality that, you can be patient, but you always stick with something and you see it through to the end. And that's something that's always stuck with me.
That's funny you
Good
say that
stuff.
because, like, that's the same shit. Like, you couldn't quit. Like, I remember when I played baseball one fucking summer. I hated that shit. It was the boringest shit ever to me. But I wanted to quit, like, a few games in. My mom was like, you quit, you on punishment the whole fucking summer. I'm
I
like,
did that to my
damn.
son.
Like,
Was
what
like,
you
one
mean
year,
I'm
too.
on punishment the whole summer? She's like, nah, you don't quit.
Yeah, you don't
So it's like,
quit.
whatever I started, if I wasn't going to fuck with something, I just don't do it at all.
Right,
Because if I go at it, like, I got to go at it with everything I got. You know
And you
what I'm
got to
saying?
be good at it too, because they wasn't gonna let me like just play. It was almost like you better than that. Like you gotta win. Like you gotta be the leader of the team. You know what I mean? Like I ended up making all-star and stuff. I hated baseball, but I was real good at it just because my dad would take me to the batting cage and stuff, and I'd be like, Dad, it's hot out here. Like I don't even want to be doing this. He'd be like, well, you shouldn't have signed up for it. You shouldn't have said you wanted to play it. Now you're gonna play it. You know what I mean? It was just that's what it was.
I'll tell y'all some crazy shit for me. My dad, they said, could have possibly went to like the NFL or some shit. He got his knees taken out from up under him. And he always wanted me to play football. But like I remember going across the middle, catching the ball, getting my legs taken out from up under me, landing on my neck.
Oh.
Fuck that shit. I'm gonna play basketball. But my dad did some shit, because what I was gonna ask y'all is like, sometimes your North Star can be the exact opposite. Like sometimes your parents or your friends could do some shit to you that push you. I'll give you one of my
That's
North
true.
Stars. This really happened, and I'll never forget this. I went to Provine, Jackson, Mississippi. And what a lot of people didn't know, I think my senior year I missed 87 days.
Wow.
But
How
I
did you
was,
graduate?
but I
Why
was
they
super,
even let
because
you
I was
back
super,
into
because I was
school?
super smart. I was super duper smart. A lot of times people thought I was skipping school. I was in AP classes on the other side of the building, so they actually thought I was expelled. Well, I don't know if they thought I was expelled, but this is what happened. I actually got out of AP classes in the 11th grade. 12th grade, I got back in regular class. I had like all A's in AP classes, or A's and B's, and then went to regular classes, and that shit was actually harder. Like regular classes was hard because AP they assumed that we was already smart. But what happened was, I never forget this. They announced at the end of the year everybody who was going out of state to go to school. So there was like Tamara Warren's going to LSU. Everybody was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, whoever's going to Mississippi State. Then it was like, you know what I'm saying, David Banner is motherfucking, no, it's like Lavelle Crump is going to Southern University in Baton Rouge. And everybody went and laughed. Like it was a roar across the whole fucking school. I heard it. It shook the fucking school. And I said, even if I don't make it in college, I never come back and let them know. Like I would never let them see my face. So the funny thing was, out of all the people who went out of state to go to college, I was the only one that finished college.
Wow.
That was my motherfucking Northstar. And this is what's crazy. I ain't gonna name his name. He know who he is. My best friend. My best friend. My best friend said, he said this to me. He said, why you going out of state? You ain't gonna do nothing but come right back. And I thought in my heart, man, like, even if you believe that, why would you tell me that shit?
My auntie told me that when I left California.
Yeah.
You'll be back.
So that pushed me.
And that was my North Star.
That was their fear. That was their fear.
Yeah.
That's why they paralyzed.
I mean, but I
they
think
live by that fear.
Anybody who competitive always got something that they hold on to that somebody done said to help keep them pushing forward. You know what I'm saying?
What's yours?
What's mine?
Yeah.
Your opposite North Star.
It's just always, it's like, you do it and you accomplish something and then you steadily keep grabbing for something. Like, I hate, like, people say, like, well, what if you never do this? Or what if you never do get rich? Ain't no what if. I never know if I don't get rich because I be in a fucking casket. Because I don't give a fuck if I'm 70, 80 when I do it. I won't know I didn't do it unless I'm dead. Until that, I'm going to keep pushing until I do. So I'll never know what it feels like to, what if I didn't? Because I'm going to keep trying till I die out this motherfucker.
Me personally, I create them.
Right.
If I can't find one, I create them.
You look for them.
I'm like, oh yeah, that casting director didn't cast me. I'm about to make them all pay. And I just start working even harder. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all want to give y'all another one? All right, so it's fucked up. Y'all two don't laugh at me because this is really happening.
Oh, we good then, Jesse.
So the girl that I really liked in high school, like I really liked her for real. It made too many. She the reason why I started going hard, just in general, just on bras, period. So I actually love this girl. And she said, Lavelle, why don't you come sit out on the porch with me? And she was like, you know, I know that you like me and you've always cared about me since we was little. She said, but I don't believe you're gonna be nothing. So she went with the football player. And she literally told me I wasn't gonna be shit to my face. And that dude beat her ass. And I wanted to whoop his ass because he was so pussy. Like he was one of them dudes that would beat on women but wouldn't say nothing to a man.
Most men that beat women.
But I couldn't.
Are like that.
But she
because
chose
they can't handle
that.
the man.
But she chose that, and no lie, that pushed me. And after I became David Banner, I dog fucked her ass. I did. I ain't gonna even lie to you,
Really?
women. I know. I'm sorry.
Man, I thought this was gonna go another way.
No.
Whatever way you thought that was about to go.
And then I'm gonna tell you something else.
I was like,
I'm gonna tell you
I
something.
think we all had some go back and get back.
Yeah,
I thought some go back and get back. Some go back and get back.
That's real though.
but
I'm
he
laughing.
said it with such passion.
Because
that's what you did.
Dog.
Yeah, that's what you do.
But I can say that I will say this: if it would have went the way that I wanted it to, because I cared about her so much, I probably wouldn't be here now.
You definitely
probably
I
would.
probably had like 9 kids somewhere at Walmart.
Tommy Nova.
And you would be the Skeeter.
Double up.
I'll be honest with you. Something like that happened to me in high school.
Really?
Like I got the girl, one of my high school sweethearts, because I had 2. I think I had 3. I had 2.5. 2
At
of
the
them not
same
really.
time?
No,
I was gonna say that was a
This is for
sweetheart.
Instagram. So if you went to a different school, you
Oh.
know,
Can I?
yeah,
All right, go
yeah.
ahead.
So if somebody went to a different school, like you got away with it. So I had a high school sweetheart at each school. Well, one of the ones that I really cared about. The day we broke up, we had sex, but then I skeeted in and then she came back doing exit exam. And, you know, exit exam was like, if you already passed, you didn't have to go to school. So she came over that morning. I'm thinking, we about to do what we do because, you know, that's what we do in exit exam. And she was like, I'm starting to do my thing. And she was like, Jamal, you know, that's a family name. But she was like, you know, Jamal, you know, I'm pregnant. I was like, wow. You know, it's 2 months before I get ready to graduate from high school. So all I see is all of my dreams. I'm never going to leave Montgomery. I'm going to do whoop, whoop, this, that, and the third. And then, and matter of fact, she was a preacher's kid. So it got real bad, you know, because it was like at my church, and you know, I hope none of my from my church watch this, but it got kind of crazy. And then, so anyway, she had a miscarriage, and after that, I remember promising God, like, man, because I remember saying, like, because not that I didn't want kids, it's just not right now.
You weren't ready.
And I'm from Montgomery, Alabama, so it's from a place where it's like people don't get out. You know what I'm saying? Like people That's just a common thing. People go to school, they come back to Montgomery. And since I was born, I was like, I'm gonna go travel the world, man. I don't care if I gotta just leave with all my stuff in the backpack. I'm leaving here. And there's nothing against it. I'm gonna come back, but I gotta go. And then I remember telling God, like, man, if you just, I don't know how you gonna do this, but if you're just gonna get me out of this, I promise I'll go everywhere. And I'll do anything. I'll never be afraid again. And she miscarried. I graduated. That was my last summer living in Montgomery.
I bet you ain't talked to her no more. You was like, you bad luck, I'm out.
Nah, it was a lot of stuff like that. Cause I mean, you go through stuff being from where I'm from. Like people tell you, oh, you're gonna be just like such and such, or you ain't gonna, or you know that music thing. Cause I got into music in college and people was like, you don't want to end up on drugs and broke, do you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's all people knew. Like, you need to go get you a good job. But I'm looking at you like, why would I want your life? Like, I would rather be homeless doing what I love to do than, like, you don't even want to go home to your wife right now, dog. Like, why would I want to do that? And I'm not dissing it. I'm just talking real game. It's like people, they used to try to condition you to like, well, at least I'm secure. I got security, young buck. That don't look like security to me.
You know what hell is to me?
What?
Doing the same thing over and over again. You not knowing the difference between last year and 20 years ago. That's hell to me. Like, no matter how much shit we go through, our life is different every fucking day.
Every single day.
Every day.
Every
day.
Always different.
Like a year.
Different.
A year is like a
Variety.
decade for us.
Hey, so it's crazy,
Regina.
man.
Getting wet.
Real wet. No,
Soaked.
no lie though, bro. Like,
Why they always have to reference me?
huh? Cause you are balance. You are
Oh,
balance.
people like she be.
Huh?
I cannot.
You cannot what?
I don't want to hear about your wet, your condoms, your thumb in the butt.
Talk to Tommy then. You won't hear about condoms.
Oh! Oh shit! I ain't even been on my shit like I.
You sure haven't.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Dang, he gave all of them to you, Tommy.
Tommy,
He gave the prices
Tommy,
right.
I got a question, and I need you to say it loud so we can hear you. Where is the greatest place that you from New York? Like that a child was conceived, like on the rooftop, or like in the hallways, in the elevators in New York, like on the stoop, or like at the bodega, or the bodega. Tommy Nova skeeted at the bodega.
Will you stop it?
Can you tell us, Tommy?
Nowhere exotic. Nothing exotic.
No way. What's
He was
not
just at
exotic?
home laid up in that shit.
Nothing
That's all.
exotic. Nowhere exotic.
Yeah, he was.
He-
Saturday morning cartoons.
That
like,
rollover. That's that rollover got him.
Yeah.
Regina, Regina,
Same
like
shit that's gonna get Corey. I'm just waiting.
Corey is gonna be at a what you call them contests where the dogs be jumping over shit and they be holding. What do you call them? The
Dog show.
Yeah,
That shit to be on TBS.
yeah.
He's so excited.
Wow.
Corey,
What's up?
hey, can I tell you something real life? I got a picture of it. I started to send you. You know your girl, she got online, was like, this is the best David Banner podcast, the one that you hosted.
Uh-huh.
She was really going hard for you.
Oh yeah,
That's
she always
awesome.
Does.
And I thought that was dope as shit, bro.
Yeah,
so
she always
awesome.
does.
I just saw it came across because it tagged me. I didn't want you to think I was being creepy with your old lady. That's the reason why I didn't take a picture. Because I took the picture, was gonna send it to you. Then I was like,
Oh no.
Nah,
That would have been cool.
All right, so Regina, I want to ask you, like, one of the things that I didn't know, and one of the depressions I went through it developed because no one had ever told me that you have to reevaluate your goals. And like as we accomplish or get close to accomplishing our goals, we have to reassess and reevaluate, where our North Star is, because I think that we are living on our North Star now. So now we got to find another one. Like what's something in the future, what's somebody now that at this age have become your North Star?
That's a very good question. I don't know.
Because I tell you, like, what y'all don't know is that Regina never wanted to be on the podcast. So, like, a lot of the stuff that I do on the podcast, I do to push all of us. And, like, I'd be like, we got 15 minutes, we gonna rap. Regina not no rapper, and, like, you everybody's favorite now. You know what I'm saying? Karan, like, I know what making it to the NFL, for a lot of people, that's their whole life goal, and they never wanted to be anything else. Like, how hard was it for you to reassess your goals and find something new? And what's that new North Star for you?
Oh man, it's easy. It wasn't hard. I had that my other plan before when I was actually in the league. Like I was winning and was looking for the next win as I was winning. So for me, what I'm doing now, man, I'm a working actor. I'm taking care of my family through my craft. I'm taking care of my family just being what I'm doing, what I love. So for me, my new North Star is just to become the biggest version of that as I can be. You know what I'm saying? I want to be to the point where my shit takes care of my family, couple families. You know what I'm saying? Where I can actually, you know, be the energy of a company. Like I am the source.
Yes.
You know, so that's the new North Star for me. And I guess my new North Stars that I'm watching and seeing, I was just looking at how, you know, Jay and people like, you know, you, even like I said, you and T, everybody that I'm watching that's ahead of me doing it. That's the new North Star for me, man. Like until I can say I accomplished the same thing, then I got to keep moving towards it. So that's the goal.
Well, Karan, we are going to let you go. We know you got to do an audition today.
Yeah, man.
So,
well, it's more chivalrous. I have to get to the kids.
Wait. Well, bro, we love you. Is there anything else? Any other shots you want to take at Lee before you leave?
Yeah, just, you know, man, Lee, you just keep peddling, man. You know, you one day, you know, you get some cosmetic surgery and some things taken care of. You're gonna look like you want to be me.
Oh.
Come on, Lee. Get out
you ain't gonna do that to me, dog.
That old I'll be sure
can't-
ass
yeah.
comment. That's a real light skin shit. You want to look like me. That was real light skin shit.
And then he put his shades on.
Yeah.
Don't go to
With that
color.
weak
Don't
ass
go to
mohawk.
color. Don't go to color.
Love you, bro.
Come on.
right,
All
fool.
shades of black are beautiful.
Way to go, Regina.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Karan really want to be like me on the low. He was like, Lee, I have to go get a gun just like yours.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Shut the door and
Salih
walk
is a
out.
piece of work, everybody. Just want y'all to know.
Jesse,
I am my North Star,
Before
Mr.
you-
Banner.
before you grab your guitar and sing us out, what musically, bro? Because it doesn't seem like you want what everybody else wants, and that's one of the things I've always respected about you. Like, what's your North Star for your music personally?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Really, mine came from, fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. Mine came from feeling like a failure. Like, real talk. Like, music I've always channeled a lot of my not so good emotions into music. It kind of replaced football for me. You know, replaced that physical contact to be able to hit people real hard and stuff. You know, so it's like, I'm an introvert first, and I'm super, super sensitive. So it's a lot of things that I feel, and like after Watch the Duck, like we had so much fun with Watch the Duck, but then certain things didn't go the way that I wanted to, and I'm real personal. I take everything personal. I've never not been able to do that. So like even my new projects, like I'm calling the album I Just Want to Heal, because I do. So a lot of it comes from me feeling like I'm gonna have the life I want. I've made the sacrifices. I've always had brass balls. I've never been afraid, and I'm not gonna let any kind of setback make me feel like I can't have what I want. So really, a lot of it just came out of, but me feeling like, well, what do I have though? Like, what do people want to hear? You know, people want to do this, people want to do that, and I'm like, but then like, no disrespect, but like, man, fuck people. What do I want to say? Like, what do I want to add? Like, what do I feel like my purpose is? God didn't give me this voice just to sing and sing girls about their draws. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a kind of voice, and, you know, I had a kind of spirit where people listen to me when I talk. So what am I going to say to them? I'm just going to tell them to buy some more shit? You know what I'm saying? Or like sing about beating the pussy up? Like, I ain't got to sing about that. I could just do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's always been real corny to me. I'm just being honest though. That's always been corny to me. So it's like when I started getting into my guitar more and diving more into myself, like different songs started coming out. And then like even to fall in love with my girl, like another North Star, like, and not to throw people under the bus, but you know, raised in the country. So I was raised as a black man, like as long as you pay your bills, you can do whatever you want. You can have you a wife, you can have you another wife over here, you can have 30 families, as long as you take care of them. You know, that's kind of how I was raised. But growing up being around my mom, it always made me be like, yeah, but I don't get that. Like, I want to treat my woman right. Like, I want to be the exception. You know, and then I fell in love with one of my old friends, and we've been friends for years, and then we in this relationship now. But then I was feeling like, man, how I'm gonna support her, or, you know, I'm in a downtime in my career, like how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that. So I picked up that damn guitar and was like, God, man, just show me the way. and just started singing again. So really, I kind of like just got back to God, just to be real. Like, that just became my North Star in the God that's in me to be like, and I don't mean that like on no preachy stuff, like, because I grew up in church. So it's like, I'm not really one of those people that's like, you can't smoke weed or you can't, now you do what the fuck you want to do. Like, whatever you do, I really believe that all things work together for the good of those who love him. So whatever you go through, you're going to hear a voice in that that's going to tell you this is what you should be doing. It's just a matter of whether you listen to it or not.
Absolutely.
So my new North Star just became, and like, you know the business too, like when you popping, everybody your partner. But then when you not,
Boy.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one reason why I will always love David Banner. Like, I always say that. David Banner never not picked up my phone call. Like, this brother will call me and be like, bruh, you okay today? Did you eat? You know what I'm saying? That's just real. You ain't gotta do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it put me back in the space to where, for better or for worse, I'm just gonna be honest.
But what I will tell you though, that I had to find out, man, and it's hard for me. Like, Lee and Regina know I go through this, bro. Like, I always tell people when my mom said being a visionary is a blessing and a curse. You blessed to see things that other people can't see, but you're cursed to sit in them alone. If the world agrees with you right now, then you where they are. You're not a leader. The problem is that people don't follow visionaries anymore. Everybody looks the same. Everybody dresses the same. People don't even know why they like certain things. They're just following what everybody else is listening to. So sometimes my biggest conflict in life is that, well, if we are on the way that we want to be on, then a lot of times we're pushing people down the wrong way because they're not vibrating at the level that we are now. And people really don't like visionaries until we stay consistent enough to become the norm. Think about it, bro. You remember when everybody was wearing the long beards? I cut mine off. I was like, bro, I don't want to be, even though I helped start that. You even think about a lot of stuff. A lot of people ask me, they was like, Banner, why don't you do more trap music? I said, because I helped create that. I helped create it. So now I'm trying to help create something else. I helped start that. So that's, for y'all, that's 4 to 5 years. For me, that's 8, 9, 10 years. Yeah. So like, I'll just say, man, that we have to do better congregating with each other, bro, because I can tell when I met you, bro, I used to think that I was the hardest person on this planet, bro. I didn't know that I was emotional. I didn't know that I was sensitive. I am a fucking artist and I do care. So I had to stop lying to myself saying I don't give a fuck. I just put people like Lee around me who really don't give a fuck, so he cannot give a fuck for me while I care and love for him. No, but seriously, I'm not joking at all.
One of the reasons why I gravitated towards you so much after you was around, because you remind me a lot of my older brother. My older brother's like that. Like, I ain't gonna put my brother out there like that, but my brother's savage. You know, like he went through a life in the 80s that's the reason why I didn't go down a lot of those paths. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he's like that. He's like real emotional but never show it. Mm-hmm. So my whole family's like that. You know, my whole family is like, you know, a man don't do this, a man don't do that. And I was always the little kid that just called like, oh, why you so soft, Jamal? Why you so this? But I beat your ass still. You know what I'm saying? Still, like, it's just, but why I gotta do that to prove to you that I'm hard? Like, I just feel stuff and I don't have no problem.
We be the type of motherfuckers that be crying and
yes,
whooping them.
Yes,
I know,
that ass.
My whole family like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was like
Lee would laugh though. Lee would laugh while he breaking your bones.
I don't be on that, man. I be chilling, man.
Nah, but it's like I get mad. I'll be honest. I'll get upset.
Yeah.
But it's just like I've always had the gift to be able to articulate what I feel and what I say. So it's like when I got into music. And my homeboys in Wash the Duck taught me how to write songs and produce, because they were the first people to show me how to do that. I just realized, like, I got a talent for this. So it's like, even now, what I was saying earlier, like, my stuff now, I don't go into the studio like, I'm going to write a song about this, I'm going to write a song about that. I just live. But when I pick up my guitar and I start producing, I start putting my tracks together, this is what comes out. And so at first, I was making this new music. I wasn't going to play it for nobody. It was just my journal entries. It was just for me. That's where I came up with the whole I just want to heal thing. But then when I started playing for people like my homeboy KP and different people, they was like, bro, I think you got something with this.
So hold on.
Play this for people.
Can you play us something from that then, please?
I'll play you a record from it.
All right, well, I want you to play it and sing it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Mama,
Hey.
While Jesse gets his guitar out, we're on our podcast.
Hi, Mama.
Oh, okay, baby. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I want you to talk. Say something deep, Mama.
I
Yeah, I always
don't
want
know
somebody to say
anything
something deep.
today.
Huh?
I'm not very deep today. I'm tired, and I was missing you, and I just wanted to hear your voice. And now I'm uplifted, but I'm sorry I disturbed you.
No,
from
baby,
your
you ain't
podcast.
ever. I told you ain't never disturbed me. That's why I picked up the phone. Mama,
Huh?
Salih is a heathen.
He is.
Can you say like some words of healing for him?
She don't believe that.
Say something for him, Mama.
No.
You want him to continue to be a heathen, Ma? Love Salih.
How many octaves his voice went up?
No. I love him. I'm coming. I'm gonna rock him when I get there.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, Mama, I love you. I'll call you when I get done. Did Justin like his shoes?
Oh, he loved them.
Salih designed those shoes, Mama.
He loved them.
Yeah.
He loved them. You all are so full of talent and just I don't know. I'm just so proud of all of you.
Thank you, Mama.
Thanks, Mom.
What?
Tommy Nova has 5 kids.
What?
And we call him Cousin Skeeter. Say something that will make him use condoms, Ma.
What?
Get us all in trouble now.
Without that, you'll have 6.
No, Mama.
Don't make Tony mess up the camera, man.
I love you with all my heart, Mama. I'll call you when I get done, okay, baby?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Y'all silly, man.
Jesse, what are you going to call your new album?
I'm gonna call it "I Just Want to Heal."
Okay, so...
I just want to heal.
I just want to heal.
Yeah, it's an ode to.
That's what you gonna call
It's
it.
showing love to Music Soul Child, whose first album was "I Just Want to Sing," because that was like one of the first artists that ever made me feel like, I think I can be an artist, and then just the things that I've been.
You
going
know
through.
him?
Music? No, I never met
I know
Music.
him. You want to meet him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never met him.
That's my homie.
I play out this song because it's, like I make love songs and then it's like personal growth songs. So this song that I'm gonna play y'all is called "Get the Ring."
Okay.
It was my girlfriend's Valentine's Day gift last year.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Corey, you can use this.
and I didn't do it on purpose. Like I didn't do it on purpose. It's just I suck at buying gifts, and I was supposed to buy her something. I knew I had fucked up, so I tried to start an argument to buy me some time. But then the argument got too real, and the whole day went by, and we almost broke up and shit. But then we were supposed to go to this place that night, and I bailed on the place, and she went. And then while she was gone, I wrote this song.
Aww.
All right, so it goes like this. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, been trying to make you my woman forever, girl. It's like they heard all of my prayers, good to know somebody's up there listening. I raise all kind of hell if somebody try to take you my chocolate piece of heaven. We gon' make it through whatever, girl. I put it on everything, you're my everything. Thought I knew love before, to you I didn't know what it means. I wake up every morning to the girl of my dreams. You a diamond in the rough, deserve all the finer things. I've been showing my royal oats, finally found my queen. Been stacking my dollars, fixing my credit, doing grown man things. You gon' get the ring. 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 You gon' get it, baby.
Hey, we ain't talking about the kind of
I
ring
like
that Tommy Nova like. Tommy Nova like that ring.
Man.
You know the ring?
This
I ain't talking about
Negro
no
know how to
Nuva
get
ring.
his mama.
I ain't talking about the Nuva ring.
Or that other ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Boy, I sure know how to kill a moment.
No.
Yeah.
And I just know I'm gonna marry her. I knew I knew that if I ever got the chance to be with her, I was gonna spend the rest of my life with her. So.
Jesse, before we go, bro, I appreciate you, man, and
Likewise, bro.
sometimes I just want you to know this as a person that deals with depression. The loneliness that we go through, understanding or being able to lift ourselves to be on other vibrations. Some of the reasons why people drink, smoke, and do all the things that we do because it's a lonely place.
Yeah.
And what I had to realize is being in that lonely place is where God dwells. So once I had peace with God and the God in me, I went from being afraid of dying alone to being afraid from somebody taking my alone time.
Yeah.
Like now I respect. I'm by myself most of the time unless Ali or Scott come and see me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I get my inspiration. And I realized, man, one of my homeboys, Edward, told me this, man, and it hurt me when he said it, but he was like, if you are the leader that I think you are, you couldn't be that with a family. It's like the access that you have to have to the world, your readiness to be able to leave at any time and go anywhere. I believe when it's really time for us to be at peace, because you even think about it, bro. If you would have reached the success that you wanted to reach in the time that you wanted to reach it with Watch the Duck, you'd have never met your wife. Or y'all wouldn't be who you were, who y'all are now. So you had to do this in order to scoop her up and then go back up in the sky where I know you're destined to be, bro. And I appreciate it, and I appreciate what you are to us and to our culture, bro. And
Appreciate
it's coming. Just
Appreciate that.
be patient. And Regina,
Yes.
I love you. I love you more than just about anybody on this planet.
Okay, thanks.
What? Why you looking like that?
I didn't know if the other shoe was gonna drop. I was just preparing myself.
Why you always think it's gonna be something else?
Because it is. Your mom just called.
She gave me titty, man.
I know that's what I'm
Hey, well, I want to say, I thank both of y'all, man. Real talk. From the day that we first met, man, you've been a solid brother. And I ain't gonna lie, Regina, this is my first time meeting you, but you've always been solid on emails.
Thank you.
Like, Regina will email you like, no, I need this paperwork, like, please. If you don't say nothing, Regina gonna email you tomorrow. Excuse me, I'm not sure if you saw this or not.
But I need you to know that we need
But I
to
need
get
you
this
to know.
done. Sally, say something positive, man. Before we go, because we about to go to the elders, bro, say something positive.
You want me to say something
Yes,
positive?
please.
I always say something positive.
All right,
Say
well,
something
give
else.
us something.
Not a
For
rap.
the people, man. People look up, the kids look up to you, bro. Come on, bro.
Fellas, hold doors open for ladies. That shit be irritating me when I see y'all at the door shut.
And ladies say thank you.
That
Thank
too.
you.
If they
And
hold the
rack
door
your
for
way.
you.
And if a man opens the door for you in the
He's
car.
not trying to holler at you if he just open the door in public,
If
neither.
the man
He's just
opens the
being nice.
door for you in the car, when he's coming around the car,
Unlock
reach
it.
over, unlock the door.
Yes. And
Can you just
if you
hit
pass
the-
gas outside the car, stay outside the car
Wait.
long enough for it to
Do you
ride
have to reach
before you
over
get
and
into
unlock
the
the door,
car.
or can you just hit the switch?
Because
and
crop
unlock it?
dusting is
No,
real.
you need to.
Black
you need to
noses
give some
matter.
effort.
But what if it's not the old school
You
kind
can
that
come
you
to the
pull up?
David Banner podcast anytime you want to.
I appreciate
I'm sorry. What?
What if it's not that? Never mind. Let's just go. It's
No,
the David Banner podcast.
no. We need to figure this out.
You have to reach over and unlock it, but you know a lot of doors. This is 2020, so they got the little sleek
It's the
locks
principle.
and
It's the
stuff.
gesture that
I know.
matters.
That's what I was saying. It was the
understand.
effort.
Even if
I
you don't make it,
understand
if
that
you don't
about-
actually unlock it, I'm there and I'm
Oh,
still
just
gonna unlock it. It's the fact I saw you lean over.
Pretend.
It let me
Oh,
know,
okay, like
okay,
it- oh,
your
I'm
mama
gonna
taught
say
you something.
Ooh, okay.
Regina,
Huh?
I love you.
I love you too.
Corey,
What's up?
I love you.
I love you
Love you
too,
too.
Corey.
Sally,
Look at him squirming.
Sally.
I love you too, Lee.
Sally,
I'm being spoiled right now, bro. I don't feel the love.
Sally.
You are a brat.
You right.
I love you, bro.
I love you too, bro.
He's growing
I've said that before on here.
Oh, he said I said that before on
Jesse.
here one other time.
Love you, bro.
Love, bro. You
Love
already
you,
know what it
Jesse.
is. Love y'all. for
Tommy
real.
Nova, and every cameraman in this bitch. I don't know y'all good enough to love y'all yet, but I like you a lot. Tommy Nova, I love you.
Oh, we love you all.
Peace. I'd like to share some words that inspired me from one of the elders in my faith community, Abdul Allah Muhammad, and the message is about revolution. Both Brother Banner as well as Killer Mike have talked about revolution and how, quite frankly, many of us in our community, in the black community, really aren't prepared for revolution, the revolution we say we want. Well, I would like to extend that argument and make the further point that not only are we not prepared as a community for revolution? Most of us really don't even understand what a revolution is. I think when most of us talk of revolution, we really don't understand what we're actually talking about are rotations. And the biggest example of what I'm talking about is the planet Earth, the planet that we live on. A rotation is movement of a body around a point within itself. We know that when the Earth rotates upon this axis, that 24-hour period of rotation produces night and day. A revolution, on the other hand, is the movement of a body around a point outside of itself. So while the Earth is making its 24-hour rotation upon its own axis, at the same time, it's making a revolution around the sun, a 365-day sphere of activity. So I would argue that one of the reasons that many of our revolutions throughout the years, throughout the decades, have not been successful is because we have always focused on a point within ourselves, within our people, within our group. We focus on a point internal, when in truth, the key to a successful revolution, a true revolution, is focusing on that which is outside of the self, submitting ourselves and binding ourselves to a point outside of the body, outside of ourselves. I would submit, and I humbly suggest, that external point that we need to revolve around and submit ourselves to is our Creator. And whatever that means to you, whatever that is to you, binding ourselves to the way and the path laid down by the Creator is the most successful way to ensure a proper and on-point revolution. And only until we do that, we move from outside of ourselves and rotating around our own ideas and ways and moving towards revolution around the Creator, then and only then will we be successful. Peace.
Thank you for supporting the David Banner Podcast.